Today we are going to be learning about algebra. Simple things to know about algebra for Year 7 students. This is my very first educational video on my channel, so please, if you like it, I'll do more. For this, you will need a piece of paper and a pen. Now, what actually is algebra? Now, algebra is where in maths you use letters instead of numbers. An example of this is x plus 2 equals 6 instead of 4 plus 2 equals 6. Now we're going to have a look at some ways that you can use algebra. One of these ways is substitution. So an example of this is x plus 2 equals 8. What is x? Now in this question, x equals 6. Because addition is the opposite to subtraction, x plus 2 equals 8 flipped around, it's 8 minus 2 equals x. And 8 minus 2 equals 6. So x equals 6. Now you can have a go. X minus 4 equals 12. What is x? Pause the video now and have a go at the question. Your answer to this question is x equals 16, because the rule of the last question also applies to this question. So x minus 4 equals 12, flipped around, is 12 plus 4 equals x. And 12 plus 4 equals 16. So x equals 16. Now our second way to use algebra, after this with both addition and subtraction in the middle of substitution, we're going to move on to multiplication. Now in this we are going to be doing a squared times a squared. Now remember, the little number next to it is the power. So if it's a squared, a with a little 2 next to it is a times a. A cubed with the little 3 is a times a times a, etc, etc, etc. Now the answer to this is a4. A is the power of 4, as you would call it. Because a squared equals a multiplied by a. So a squared multiplied by a squared equals a multiplied by a multiplied by a multiplied by a, which is 4a's. So it is written as a to the power of 4. Now you can have a go. A cubed, a with a little 3 next to it, times a cubed. Pause the video now and try this out for yourself. The answer to this is a to the power of 6, because a cubed multiplied by a cubed is equivalent to a multiplied by 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 a. That's a lot of a's, which is 6 a's. I may have written 7 a's. Please correct me if I'm wrong. There are probably some typing errors. It's written a6 anyway. It's written a to the power of 6. Now we're going to carry on with multiplication, but make it a little harder. What we're going to do is a squared times b cubed. So we have 2 different powers next to them. So many people think it's a, b, 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 or ab. But it's not. The real answer is a squared b cubed. As the simplest way to multiply together 2 different letters with 2 different powers on each is to combine them together into one combination of letters and powers. Now you can have a go. Y squared times z to the power of 4. Pause the video now to try it out. Your answer to this is not y, z, 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 or whatever, y, z, 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 z. It is y squared z to the power of 4. Because the same rule that you need to combine both letters and powers together to make one large combination of them still applies here. Now we're going to move on to division. Now this division is going to be 6a divided by a. Now remember, as it says over here, 6a means 6 times a. So 6, because there are 6 a's in 6a, because there's 6 a's in 6a. And yeah, that's it. So now you can have a go. 14b divided by b. The answer is 14, because there are 14 b's in 14b. It's kind of simple as that. But here's a bit of a harder division for you. A squared b divided by ab. The answer is a, because when there are 2 of a letter in a calculation like this, they cancel each other out, aka they both disappear. So remember, a squared means there are 2 a's here, so one of those a's will be cancelled out, so it will turn into AB divided by B, and then both these B's will cancel out, leaving just one A, which leaves an A. You try this one out. B cubed A divided by BA. Pause the video now to try it out. Your answer, we're going to break this one down because it's a little bit of a harder question than the ones we've done before. Remember, B cubed equals B times B times B, so B cubed A is B times B times B times A. Because when there are two letters next to each other, like BA, it means those letters are timesing each other. In B squared A divided by BA, there is at least one B, so they cancel each other out. So these two will cancel each other out. No, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying, but two B's will cancel each other out. So that'll turn into B squared and cancel out that B. So that'll be B squared A divided by A. Then both the A's will disappear because they are both A, so they'll disappear, which will just leave you with B squared. And now we're going to look at ways to write algebra answers and questions. Addition and subtraction. Now, firstly, we're going to do x plus 3. What is the answer to x plus 3? Well, until we know what x actually is, we don't officially know an answer. If the topic said x equals 4, what is x plus 3, then we know the answer is 7. But we don't know. We have a wide variety of numbers that x could be. It could be anywhere from 1 to infinity. So the answer, we just stick with x plus 3. Because until we know what x is, we don't actually know the answer. So how about you have a go? It's pretty simple, this one. B plus 4. The answer is B plus 4, because the rule above applies to all algebra, any letter. Now we're going to go to multiplication. X times 2. Now, the answer to this is not x times 2, like the addition and subtraction one. It is 2x. Because x times 2 means 2 x's. So, how about you have a go? This one's flipped around a little bit. That one was x times 2, and this is 3 times c. Have a go. The answer to this is 3c, because 3 times c means 3 c's. Now we're going to move on to division. Example, 2 divided by x. Now the answer is 2 divided by x, because 2 divided by x is the same as 2 over x at the fraction. So it's kind of like the addition and subtraction one. Have a go. 14 divided by y. 14 divided by y, because 14 over y is the same as 14 over y at the fraction. Now we're going to do algebra with numbers. So our first calculation is 25x times 4xd. Okay, we're going to break this one down. So firstly, you need to multiply together the numbers in the calculation. So 25 times 4 equals 100. Then you need to check if there are any letters that's the same in both numbers. So x and x, as you can see. Next, multiply them together. X times x equals x squared. With your first number, that 100 that you see there, your new letter and power, x squared, and the remaining letter we've got, which is here, d, you can create your answer, putting the number first, which is 100dx squared. Now, you can have a go. Oh God. 14b times 7bz. Your answer is 98b squared z, because 14 times 7 equals 98, b times b equals b squared, and there is a z left over. Algebra with numbers, division. 2a divided by 16ab. The answer is 1 over ab, because there is an a on both sides, so they cancel out, which makes the fraction 2 over 16b, which can be simplified into 1/8b. So simply, it's pretty much just like the cancelling out thing from earlier on. There are two a's in both the numbers, one here and one here, so they cancel out, which turns into 2 over 16b. You can simplify that into 1 over 8 with simple fraction simplifying, which is pretty easy. So now how about you have a go at 5n over 50nm. Your answer is 1 over 10m, because both the n's cancel each other out, which leaves you with 5 over 50m, which can be simplified into 1 over 10m. Now we're going to go for the final thing to see what you've learnt today. Let's try out these knowledge questions. X plus 15 equals 27. What is x? Your answer is 12. How do you write b times 7? Your answer is 7b. What is b squared v divided by bv? Your answer is b. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping you guys learned something. Now, tell me if you need help on anything in the comments, and I'll reply to your comments. Like, if you need any help on any of the parts of this video, I'll reply with a little bit of help for you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like me to do more educational videos on my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.